junior, number 3, Josh White. Junior, number 10, Shane Fuente. A senior, number 12, Corey Lamar. A senior, number 32, Tyler Savage. A senior, number 33, Zay Ransdell. Deliveries are coached by Mr. Joey Young, assisted by Brian Newton. And now Bulldogs. A senior, number 10, Jake English. A senior, number 11, Matthew Swanson. A junior, number 14, Seth Young. Junior, number 23, Chad Stalker. Junior, number 32, Noah Bowles. The Bulldogs are coached by Mr. Whitman, assisted by Mr. Jason LeBlanc. The officials for tonight's contest are Mr. Spillman and Mr. LaBarge. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and join us in honor of America in playing of our national anthem.
Cast-iron at the brand new looking, the same old gymnasium, but the new looking with the new floor. Oop, can't catch it in the circle. Northern Adirondack Central School High School Gymnasium, beautiful, downtown Ellenburg Corners. It's the last day of November 2012, November 30th, and this is varsity boys basketball on the 25th annual Bobcat Shootout here at Northern Adirondack. It's the St. Lawrence Larrys is the visiting blue and the defending champion Chateaugay Bulldogs in the home white uniforms. They will face the winner of Northeastern Clinton and the host team, the Northern Adirondack Bobcats. As Jeff Brewery said, the officials are Paul Spillman and Dennis Labarge. Going to the line for the Larrys would be number 10, Shane Fuentes. The foul is on number 10, Jake English for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have been in this tournament most of the years. I know they took a year off back in 2010. Salmon River came in, and then last year Franklin Academy left the tournament, and Chateaugay came back. There's 1 point for the Larrys. I believe this is just the second year that the St. Lawrence team has been in this Bobcat Shootout. I'm not sure if Hometown Cable has covered all 25 years. I know we certainly could have, but there may have been some years there where there were things going on at Northeastern at the same time, with maybe some girls' games. And in the early years, when we not have gotten up here, I'll have to check the record books to see that. But going back to 1988, it was Chateaugay, Northeastern, Chazy, and NAC, so certainly Hometown Cable should have been here if possible. That was number 32 at the line, Noah Bowles, I guess, and he makes it 2-1. The foul was on number 32, Tyler Savage, for the Larrys. The floor certainly looks nice and bright here as I over zoom on you. The new finish on the floor, it certainly looks nice and bright. So, we will over zoom on occasion. We've had a zooming problem with this camera since 4th of July, and I'm learning to live with it, but it does keep zooming if I don't pay close attention to it. There's a steal for the Larrys, and a little layup. It's good. A steal and basket by Bradley Francis, and he puts his team up by a 3-2 margin. Chateaugay is coached by brand new head coach, Mike Martin. Mike Martin has been a long-time assistant for Ron Boyer here with the Bulldogs, but Boyer apparently has hung up the whistle, and Martin has moved up to head coach. And Martin, we first came across Coach Mike Martin when he was a high schooler at Chateaugay, and their holiday tournament that they used to have over the Christmas and New Year's vacation. They would have a holiday tournament, and back around 87 and maybe even 88, so we were there because the Chazy and Northeastern were both in it. And we went there at least one, probably a couple of years. And we remember Mike from his high school days, a very good ball player. Ball inbounded by Labarge. And shot attempt. And a good second effort there by Ramsdell, but shot was missed. Larry's get it back. There's a little shot thrown up by Greer. And the Bulldogs will bring it up. This is Seth Young. From the three-point arc, that shot is missed. A good follow to the basket. And it was at 32. 32 was Noah Bowles, but Larry's take it away. Hold up off the glass. And now the Bulldogs will take a chance. Bowles will lay it in. Noah Bowles, the junior, makes it 4-3 in favor of Chateaugay. Temperature, we ought to talk about the temperature. November is going out like a freezer. Oh, a healthy collision, or maybe a not so healthy collision. I started up my car and looked at the temperature. Driving down the road, it said 8 degrees. It got up to 9, then back to 8, 9, and when I got to just outside of Morris Forks, it said 10 for about a quarter of a mile, then it dropped back down. And it looked like it was going to nestle and settle on 7 degrees. But just before I pulled into the property here, it said 8. So I drove up to the school, turned around to park my car here as basket was made by Josh White. Took one final look at the thermometer and it said 6 degrees. So 6 degrees colder at the school than it is by the, 2 degrees colder at the school than it is by the road. Traveling, says Dennis Labarge. 5-4, and Larry's leading the Bulldogs. And the Larrys will bring it up. Last year, Bulldogs defeated the Larrys 56-16 in the opening game of the tournament. 56-16, and the Larrys went on to defeat Northern Adirondack in the consolation game, and the Bulldogs went on to defeat Northeastern in the championship game. And the basket by number 33, Zane Ramsdell, is now a 3.74 lead for the Larrys. Baseline shot is good. That was Trevor Lang, number 15. I would guess probably some relation to the JV coach, Stephen Lang, and the soccer coach, Stephen Lang. The basket is good. That was Josh White pushing it through for a 9-6 lead. A three-pointer would tie it. Bowles takes it to the hoop, lays it in, and it's a one-point ball game with 3:26 showing here in the first period. Right in the hands of Barnes. He had a little choice but to grab that. It's going to be a travel. That was, I believe, Jordan Martin with the steps. Martin, a freshman. And you have to wonder if he might be related to the coach. Another steal for Barnes. Bowles fighting for it, and gets that one to fall. A good third effort by Noah Bowles, and he's put his team up 10-9, just under 3 to go in the opening period. We'll have a foul in the backcourt on the freshman Martin, excuse me. Martin with the foul. Ball will be inbounded by White. Josh White, not the white shirt guys, but a fellow named White. That falls in. They get 11-10 in this seesaw game. St. Lawrence now 5 points away from their team total a year ago in the opening game. On the baseline, that was Martin. He put the team up with a three-pointer, making it 13-11. Under 2 now to go in the first quarter. Off the glass and in Fuentes. And it's a tie ball game for probably the first time as our Zoom takes over. There's a shot from the top of the arc. Rebounded by Bowles, and again we're going to have to watch the game through our camera and not away from the camera. It's easy to look up and see what's happening here so that we can see more than what the picture shows, but with this zoom problem, we tend to keep zooming if we're not paying attention. So it's not so much a problem when I've got somebody doing the play-by-play, because most of the time I'm not concerned about things happening, peripheral things away from the camera screen. 15-13, as the foul shot is missed, but the field goal was good. Stay with the blue team. We have 14, Seth Young back in. We're going to give Bowles a breather. 1:27 on the clock. 35-second shot clock. At 20 seconds right now. Shot clock hasn't played a role in this game yet, and I doubt if it will. Bulldogs working around the perimeter. Shot is missed, and chance rebound there by Ramsdell. Chance for the Larrys to retie the game or take the lead with a tray, but there's a foul on the dribble. That'll be the fourth I guess, fourth team foul. The foul was on Jordan Martin, his second. Martin will sit with 2 fouls here in the first with 55 seconds showing. Ball's inbounded. The bump. Well, that will send Josh White to the line. Going to shoot 2, chance to tie it. Takes the first. (15, 14, 44 seconds on the clock. That'll make it 15 up. A tie ball game. The Larry's now 1 point away from matching the total for the first game last year. 32 seconds to go in the quarter. There's Barnes, the other side, 33 Ramsdell. That basket is good. It falls in off the back of the iron. And the Larrys are back up. I thought it was good. Thought the basket went in, but apparently it didn't. Now they put it up. Really questioning my eyesight there for a moment. Now they put it up to 17-15. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Can get a handle on it. 11 seconds still. Now they just start the clock. So the Bulldogs will get extra shots. There's 3 seconds. The shot should not be taken, but it's going to count. It's going to count. It took about 5 or 6 seconds to start that clock. So whoever's running the timer has just given the Larrys a bonus 3 point as they end up with a buzzer beater. Will get the ball. They lead by 5, and they've scored 4 more than they did last year in that opening game. We won't mention that too many more times, but still significant little feat, I think. Fadeaway is good by Zane Ramsdell, and it's now a 22-15 lead by the Larrys. Inbound it. Excuse me, Chateaugay will inbound it. Tight defense here. Wide open, uncontested shot. It's a tough angle. You don't know whether to use the glass or whether to shoot it straight in. It's kind of a tough angle to try to use the glass on. And he could have taken a step or two in, but I think you're better off doing like he did, getting set and taking the shot rather than take a step in and to shoot it off for a dribble. Didn't work out for him, but I still think that's the best thing to do. Doing the best thing doesn't always mean it's going to go in. Offensive foul will be called. All the doggies will get the ball. Hometown Cable, viewer-supported local television. We don't have a lot of St. Lawrence events on, but we've got a few Chateaugay events we've covered over the years. But people who enjoy watching Hometown Cable to support our effort. Nice speed and basket by Devin Barnes. Not sure who gave him the pass. Probably should have been paying closer attention. Going up for the jump shot was Shane Fuentes. And it's 24-17 in favor of the Larrys. Up and nothing but blue shirts there for the rebound. Stolen away by Seth Young. Ball being inbounded by Bowes. Dribble. 5:34 showing in the first half. Our score is St. Lawrence Central School 24, Chateaugay Central 17. This will send Fuentes to the line. They'll be shooting two. Foul was on Young, his first. Team 7th, according to the scoreboard. And we have Martin back in. And he replaces Barnes. Young not paying attention. Recovers and gets the ball. Long shot rebounded by the Larrys. That was Lavarge with the rebound. And there will be a foul. That was Savage passing it to Ramsdell. Three Ramsdells. Zane, Todd, and Hunter. A timeout on the floor with the Bulldogs trailing the Larrys 25-17 here on viewer-supported Hometown Cable. Fouls on English, his second, team 8th. This is Zane Ramsdell at the line. Both shots are missed. Score stays at 25-17. Bulldogs get the rebound. And Larry's take it back, but throw it away. And stolen back. Rebound by Ramsdell off the missed shot by Josh White. It's now a 10-point lead for St. Lawrence. Basket will count. And that'll send Chad Stalter to the line. That's the, whoops. Went from 5 to 8 on the team fouls for St. Lawrence. Seems a little high. And it's a 3-point play as Barnes hits the foul shot. We'll make it a trifecta. 27-20, his team trails. That away says Dennis Labarge. 4:06 to go in the first half. 25th annual Bobcat Shootout, opening game of the day, the winner of this to face the winner of Northeastern Clinton and Northern Adirondack. Illegal screen called on Seth Young. This is a highly photographed game here, photographed game here. We got one over there, we got another one over here. Everybody wants to get a shot of this game. I think it's being Skyped down here. And of course it'll be shown around the world on the Hometown Cable Network.com. Offensive foul, says Denny Labarge. And with that, Jesse Greer will come in to replace Savage. Savage has picked up his third foul. With 3:35 left in the first half. And there's a foul on number 11, Bradley Francis. And at the 7th, there we go, 8th team foul. So it says 8 again for the team fouls. A 3-point play for Noah Bowles, and it's a 4-point ball game. So St. Lawrence had led 27-17. Bulldogs have taken a bunch of points off of that. Basket's good by Josh White. It's been a while since the Larrys had scored, and they now have it 29-23. That'll make it 29-25 or under 3 in the second quarter. St. Lawrence leading Chateaugay. Come the Bulldogs. Martin dishes it outside. Shot is thrown up a three-pointer for Owen Henderson. Henderson with the tray. And it's a 29-28 ball game. It had been not that long ago, 27-17. Larry's come out of the timeout and score a quick one. Jesse Greer makes it 31-28. Chance to tie right now. Shot is a little too far. Rebounded by Martin. 3 steps. .207 on the clock. 31-28. Like Chef Durnan out there. Billy Durnan, I came in here. Look in the kitchen, there's Billy Durnan Jr. Claire Bosley Lambert. Dean Lajoie. Working for the Booster Club in the kitchen, so fine victuals available here at the Bobcat Shootout. Jordan Martin is at the line. Shane Fuentes has his first foul. Both teams with 9. So on the next foul, it'll be double bonus for both sides. Missed the 1-and-1. Traveling was called by Paul Stillman. Down to 1:54 here in the second quarter. Dennis loses P. Most referees carry an extra whistle with them. Little fadeaway in, yes. Zane Ramsdell puts it in to make it a 33-28 ball game. 1 minute and 32 seconds to go in the second quarter. Put in by Chad Stalter. And it's 33-30. Laid in by Josh White. 35-30, 1:07 to go. Don't forget, St. Lawrence got that extra 3 at the end of the first quarter because of the clock not starting on time. Rebounded in by Noah Bowles. The clock not starting was when Chateaugay had possession, so it looked like it was going to be in Chateaugay's favor. When they missed the shot, it turned into being St. Lawrence's favor. A three-pointer. At least his second three-pointer of the game by Owen Henderson. And he has once again tied the ball game. And the shot clock is going off, or something is going off here. But yeah, still had 21 seconds on the clock when all that buzzing started. I don't know if that was an unreset shot clock or what the situation was. But the buzzer was sounding. And I know there was at least 21 seconds on that clock. And now they're going to leave it at 19. Shot clock will go off, will be taken off. 16 seconds. Looks like we had room for another foul before the half. We have a tie game. 9 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a double bonus. The foul was on Stalter, his second. And it's sending Jesse Greer to the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. There's another chance to put his team back in the lead. What do we have here? 2 subs in. No, just 1 sub. 11 is in. That's Bradley Francis back in. Both shots are missed, so we're going to probably remain tied. We're down to 5 seconds. A desperation shot. And it'll be a foul. A foul. So there'll be a foul shot. 2 foul shots taken. And a chance for Chateaugay to take the lead after trailing by 10 earlier in the quarter. St. Lawrence missed 2 foul shots. Bowes returns the favor by missing his first. And with nothing on the shot clock, on the game clock at the half, he puts his team up by 1, so it's 36-35 at the half here on viewer-supported hometown cable. St. Lawrence outscored Chateaugay 20-15 in the first quarter. Chateaugay came back to outscore the Larrys 21-15 in the second period for their 1-point lead. Bulldogs get the ball back. A little chilly in here tonight. Cold outside and chilly in here. St. Lawrence Larrys in blue with a red and white trim. Chateaugay Bulldogs in white with the maroon trim. Bulldogs, the defending Bobcat tip-off tournament champions. Third foul on Martin. Josh White hits the first to tie the game. And puts the team up by a point. 47-36. To a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Travel on Shane Fuentes. .38-37, Chateaugay. They have the lead and the ball. To be probably would have been white ball. It is white ball. Ball was out before it was touched by Martin. Thrown way back outside. And intercepted. Foul on the drive. It should not be a shooting foul, blocking foul. Now it's going to be a shooting foul. Oh well. Going to send Bowes to the line. It's Fuentes' second foul. In and out. Score holds at 38-37. November 30th, 2012. Last day with just 1 month remaining in the year 2012. And 21 days before we find out if the world's going to keep going beyond December 21st. Intercepted. lays it in. It's a tie ball game, 39-39. And we're going to foul on number 3 here as our Zoom goes wild. Fouls on number 3, Josh White. And that will be number 3 on number 3. At the line will be Noah Bowes. And he'll be shooting 2 with 5:31 showing in the third quarter. In a tie ball game. Opening game of the tournament. The winner faces Northeastern Clinton or Northern Adirondack. Whoever wins their game. It's a 1-point Chateaugay lead, 40-39. Way off the mark. Rebounded by Martin. Bulldogs will keep it. Double dribble call. Double dribble. 5 minutes to go in the third. 13 minutes to go in the ball game. Three-point attempt. Rebounded by Barnes. The elbow, nope. Reverse is good by Devin Barnes. And it's a 3-point, 42-39 advantage for the Bulldogs. We're tied just like that, a 3-pointer from Tyler Savage, and it's 42 all. Approaching the 4-minute mark in the third period. Larry's taken away. Have a double dribble called. I didn't see it. That's what they're paying those guys on the whistles for, to see those things. I didn't see it. Nobody paying me to blow the whistle. Nobody paying me to be here. This is viewer supported. So if you're watching this on the internet and you appreciate it, send a couple of dollars via PayPal to Hometown Cable. Rich. 42-42, 3:18 on the clock. And number 11, Bradley Francis, replacing Fuentes, who just picked up his third foul. Bulldogs making a couple of changes also. Anderson comes deep to Martin. Whoa, no travel. That one's off the glass and in by White. And we're tied at 44. 2:50 to go in the third. Doesn't look the least bit guilty, does he? That was on Josh White. That's his 4th foul. So White's going to be grabbing a seat here with 4 in the F column. At the line is Noah Bowes. Puts his team up by a point, 45-44. And it's 45-44. And we'll have a foul. Probably on Stalter. It is. It's his 3rd. 2:34 showing here in the 3rd. Blue ball. 2:11 in the 3rd. And the off-white be blue ball with 29 on the shot clock. Good. Savage to Greer. And it's 46-45 St. Lawrence. 1:36 to go in the 3rd. Rebounded by St. Lawrence. And a foul called on Jake English. Looks like the Cougars are about to go get suited up for their game. 1:22 showing in the 3rd. Bravo. 1:15 on the clock. 46-45 the score. St. Lawrence with the 1-point lead. Off the rim. And the Larrys control the rebound. Ramsdell brings it up. All alone, but he couldn't get it to fall. It was Greer with the shot. Good. That was Matthew Swanston. Swanston with a shot in a basket and a 1-point Chateaugay lead. The off-white, the blue ball. 22 seconds, the shot clock is off. And we have 32 Savage in replacing Todd Ramsdell. 3 seconds, got to get out of there. Basket good. 10 seconds. That was Zane Ramsdell with a shot for a 1-point lead. Thought they already led. I don't know, I thought St. Lawrence was already leading, but the scoreboard says 48-47 after 3 here on hometown cable. St. Lawrence up by a point, 48-47. They trailed by a point coming into the second half. The basket will count. That'll make it 50-47 and a chance for a three-point play. It's going to send Zane Ramsdell to the line. I think the foul was on Seth Young, his third, team fourth, both teams with 4 second half fouls. Looking for the three-point play, and we do not get it. Chateaugay, a three-pointer would tie. It's taken away. That was Corey Labarge with the steal. Rebounded by Young. Taking it right back, and jump ball. Bulldog turn on the jump ball. 7:01 to go in ball game. And it's going to be St. Lawrence ball. They're up by 3. Into the forecourt. The short jumper is missed. Rebound is put up. Is missed. This is Henderson with the rebound. That was a foul on Greer, I believe. Three subs in for the Doggies. Looks like that might have been foul number 1 on Jesse Greer. Three-pointer would tie it. And there's the three-pointer, and it's missed. From the Larrys. Taken back by the Bulldogs. Oh! Blocking foul. Blocking foul called on Tyler Savage. And that's his 4th. He will set and be replaced by Bradley Francis. Basket's good. 50-49, traveling called. Traveling to give the ball to the I keep wanting to say Bobcats. They're wearing white. We're in the Bobcat Gymnasium, but they're the Bulldogs. And we got a 30-second timeout. I got a feeling we're going to get some timeouts down the stretch here. 50-49 with 6:05 to go. I got a feeling that's going to be a flood of timeouts for this one is settled. Basket good by Corey Labarge. And the ball, the lead seesaws back to St. Lawrence. Actually, they're up by 3 now. I glanced at the scoreboard, it said 50-49. Now I looked up again, it said 52-49. So puts them up by 3. Foul called on Ramsdell. It's his second. Team 7th. It sends Bowles to the line. First one is in and out. And we got Trevor Lang in for the Doggies. .52-50. 5.5 to go in the game. Larry's will keep it. Off blue. Off blue. Chateaugay can tie it with 2. Take the lead with 3. White back in for blue. They lead by 2. .38 to go. Move to the basket by Barnes. He tied the ball game. 52-52. We're going to have a foul on the floor. That's number 23. It will be the 4th foul on Chad Stalter. We're going to have 11. Matthew Swanston in for Stalter. 15 foul for the Doggies. 4:27 on the clock. Larry's get it back. We're still tied here. 52-52, under 4 to go. Knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by Bowes, but he couldn't control it. LaBarge will inbound it. Too many white shirts there for White. And here come the Bulldogs. Larry's ball. 3:26 to go. And the Dogs take it back. 3:10 to go. 52-52 to score. Game 1 in the 25th annual Bobcat Shootout. Timeout. Next game was scheduled to start in 14 minutes. So it will not be on time, and hopefully we're not going to go to OT in this one or the next one. St. Lawrence looking to upset the defending Bobcat tip-off tournament champions, Chateaugay. 13 on the shot clock. And the Bulldogs come up with it. 2:24 to go. Number 10, Shane Fuentes. Noah Bowles at the line. 2:13 showing. Bowles puts his team up by a point. Point lead, Chateaugay, 54-52. We're tied. As Corey Labarge hits, 54-54, under 2 to go. Blocking foul. Fouls on Ramsdell. His third. Chance to tie the ball game. It's 56-54 St. Lawrence. Bowles hits. We're going to have a timeout. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me very much. It was 56-54 Chateaugay. It is now 57-54 Chateaugay. Offensive foul. 1:25 remaining. Tyler Savage has fouled out. Chateaugay ball. They're up by 3. 35-second shot clock. On the shot clock. Martin dribbling. And we have a timeout. One minute to go. Off the glass and good. A big basket there by Noah Bowles. The Bulldogs get it back. They lead by 5. We're at 40 seconds. Fouls on Josh White. That's his 5th. A double bonus, 11th team foul. Todd Ramsdell in for White. Jordan Martin makes the first. And the team now leads by 7 points. Five seconds. Daly. And we have another foul. Todd Ramsdell. We're down to 21 seconds in the game. 7-point lead, 61-54. That was the third foul on Todd Ramsdell. There he is, he's fouled out. 61-54. Sounds like Mantle and Maris back in 1961. This is Chad Stalter, missing the first. Chateaugay trailed 20-15 at the end of the first quarter. Led 36-35 at the end of the second. Trailed 48-47 at the end of 3. They lead by 8 with 10 seconds remaining. And a foul by Noah Bowles. At this point in time, it's not going to have any effect on the W or the L. It will, however, send Corey Labarge to the line to shoot 2 or 3. Is he shooting? Shooting 2, so you got one more. 62-55. 5 seconds. So Chateaugay will have a chance to defend their title. A 7-point victory over a very good St. Lawrence Larry's team. 62-55 the final. Chateaugay will move on to face the winner of Northeastern Clinton and Northern Adirondack, and that's the way it was. November 30th, 2012. You're watching viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. We've been coming at you from Northern Adirondack, Central School, beautiful, downtown Ellenburg Corners. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting our ongoing efforts.